Okay, ladies, welcome back once more to our YouTube channel. First off, I'm not a wedding planner, but we've been planning for my best friend's wedding that is coming up by the end of the year. And I've actually learned some key things from the planning process, from the vendors to the location that I would like to share with my beautiful ladies that will be getting married by the end of this year or just anytime in the coming years. This video would be that one video that you can come watch to get guidance on some of the things to do. Planning a wedding, as I have come to discover, it is both exciting and challenging. Trust me, it is a lot putting it together. So here is my advice to you planning to get married. The very first thing you should avoid is procrastination. Do not procrastinate on when to start planning. If you are getting married by the end of the year, and well, let's just say you don't have all of the money in the world to throw a lavish party to get things done at the die minute, do not procrastinate on planning. Start planning as early as possible. My friend will be getting married in October. We have been planning this wedding. We started putting things in order since January. From everything we started in January because we don't want to be caught up with last minute preparations, having troubles with vendors, bakers and all of that. So we started out early and it has been going on smoothly. So do not procrastinate on when to start planning your big day. That is the very first thing you should not do. The second thing you should not do is ignore your budget. Stick to your budget. Even if you have to go above your budget, it should not be so much. Remember, the wedding is just for a day and marriage for a lifetime. If you spend all of your resources trying to impress your guests, trying to impress your friends, come on, you would have a hard time after that wedding putting everything together financially. So stick to your budget. If you had planned to use 5 million francs for your budget, if you have planned to use 5 million naira for your budget, make sure you stick to it. And do not ignore communication. I think in the course of planning a wedding, that is one of the periods where you communicate a lot. You do all of your talking. The talking you've not done in that relationship for 3 years, you will do it in a few months. You will do it in a few days planning for your wedding. You have to constantly make calls to vendors, talk to them, make sure they understand exactly what you want, from your interior design, from your wedding decor to your caterers to your MC to everything that will make your event beautiful. It is communication all through. Because if you do not communicate, these people will do whatsoever they want to do, and at the end they will blame it on you. Madam, you didn't tell us what you wanted, you were not specific. So become very specific. And communication within your family and with your partner, your spouse, your intending husband or wife has to be it. Constantly talk to them. You both should plan and run the wedding together, because you stand a chance of falling out with a lot of people, of quarreling with a lot of family members if communication with them is really not clear. So do all of the talking you need to do to ensure that your big day goes on smoothly. That brings us to the fourth point. And the fourth thing you should avoid while planning for your wedding, as I've come to understand, is making impulsive decisions, taking impulsive moves, things you did not plan to do, especially at the last hour when you're very close to that celebration time. Avoid it. Take out your time early enough. Consider everything you want. Consider those you want to work with. Consider the friends you want to work with, those you need for them to be on your bridal train and every other thing. Consider it early enough, discuss it with your partner, and be certain that these are the things you want to do. Because if you don't do that and your wedding draws close and you have to start reshuffling bridesmaids, you have to start looking for people to fill in, you have to start looking for people to decorate your event hall and things like that, it would destabilize you, it would stress you out and frustrate your plans. So avoid making impulsive decisions. Take your time, work everything out, and be certain that this is what you want and go with it. Another thing you should avoid doing when planning for your wedding is overloading your schedule. You as the bride, do not try to do everything by yourself. It will wear you out. It will make you tired. It will make you constantly angry, and it might even cause you a breakout. You know what stress can do to the body of a woman. So instead of wanting to do everything by yourself and overloading yourself with the entire planning, try to delegate some of these tasks. You have people in the family, that is if in the case you don't have an event planner, you have people in the family, you have friends, you have trusted people that you can delegate some of these tasks to, and they help you out with them. Do not try to just carry everything and put it on your head. Doing that will stress you out. So delegate, share some of these activities, and have people help you out with them. And the next thing you should not ignore while planning for your wedding is researching vendors. Anyone you're bringing into your wedding preparations, make sure you research them. Be sure of the quality of their services. Your caterers, research them. Be sure of who you're bringing on. Your baker, whosoever is taking care of your wedding cake, make sure you research on them. Those taking care of making your souvenirs, research on them. The person that is going to be covering your wedding, the photography, videography, and everything, make sure you research on them and be sure that these people are actually worth working with. If you get just anyone from anywhere to come be a part of your day and they end up messing things, come on, your wedding is not going to play out exactly the way you had envisioned it to be in your mind. So take out your time. Anyone that is going to work with you, make sure you know them, you are sure of their capabilities, and you are sure that they will be able to deliver the quality you expect your wedding to have. And one thing you should do also is craft your guest list early on, as early as possible, before you start going about the planning and the hall size you'll be using, the catering and everything. Be sure that you decide on the number of people that you want to attend your event. That should be the very first thing you do. Decide on the number of guests you're expecting. Is it 150 people, 200 people? Make sure you decide, as this would help you craft a budget list, yes, and equally facilitate some things around you. So I've been talking of things you should not ignore, but this one is something you should actually ignore while planning your wedding. Ignore trying to please every other person, trying to make sure you please everyone, trying to make sure you please your friends, your bridesmaids, your parents. Ignore trying to please all of them. Before setting out to prepare for your wedding, you already had something in mind. You already had a dream wedding in mind that you wanted to achieve. You had a concept in mind already. I am not saying you should not take advice from friends, you should not take advice from family. Make sure you do take their advice, listen to their opinions. But if you set out preparing for your wedding with the aim of pleasing everyone, you will end up having a wedding that is not up to your taste. Your day will be messed up and nothing will seemingly go right. The things that are supposed to be the major activities of that day, make sure you stick to them. The theme of your wedding, make sure you stick to it. Only make changes that are necessary. Your wedding is for you. Every other person's thought should come secondary to what you want. The next thing you should not ignore is self-care. Do not neglect your self-care. I know it's a whole lot trying to plan a wedding and all of that, but make sure you enjoy the process. Find time to take care of yourself. Clean your face, prepare your body. Just take care of yourself to ensure that you don't come out that day looking like a used toilet tissue, or like overused Friday. You know how we usually look on Fridays, looking all tired, worn out. Do not step out for your own wedding looking like that. Take care of yourself, take care of your nails, groom yourself, make sure everything falls in place. And the last thing you should not do is overcomplicate your day. Too many activities, a lot of schedules, trying to do everything you have seen being done at every other wedding at yours will end up stressing you out, stressing your guests out, and making your occasion boring. Just settle for a few activities, a few interesting activities to keep yourself having fun and to keep your guests entertained. Do not just want to jumble up everything together and do everything you have seen being done at other weddings. Choose the activities you want for that day. Keep it simple, classic, interesting, and entertaining, because on that day you're supposed to be creating beautiful memories that when you sit back, you look at them, you have nothing else but to just smile, be happy, and say, God, thank you. So do not overcomplicate that day. Just leave it simple, classic, and beautiful. And that brings us to the end of this video. I know you have a friend that is getting married by the end of this year. I know you even have an enemy that is getting married by the end of this year. I know you know someone that is getting married by the end of this year. Please share this video with them. Send them the link to this video so that they can watch. It would help them a lot as they prepare for their very big day. And while you're at it sharing, do not forget to like, and please do not forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notification bell. We share amazing content on relationship on this space. If you just scroll through this channel, trust me, you will be blown with the quality of content you will be getting. So endeavor to watch one more video, and please do not forget to leave your comments for me in the comment section. I might have forgotten something. Just add it up in the comment section or share with us your experience while you were planning for your wedding. Thank you. It's so much welcome.